Good evening and welcome to Forge 2.0. I'm your host, the Wild Man. This is my unparalleled co-host, DJ Tiano. DJ.
What's up? What's going on, man?
Yes, man, I don't know. Happy to be back at it.
Yeah,
that,
I was
that
happy to be back at it.
that whole week thing just seems like it's too long. I'm itching at the bit to do the next episode.
Yeah.
Always itching, just want to
Always itching, trying to be a better version of yourself.
Yeah, I hear. And you know what? I know we're not up there yet, but we will be. Ever since I read that Joe Rogan he gets paid $100 million for what he does. I understand he does it every day, but still.
Yeah, well, he's a celebrity.
Yeah.
He's got ways to get interviews from people that we would never be able to fathom.
You have to show up at their house and scare them, or what's
Take
it would be called?
hostage.
Stalking. Yeah, you're gonna be we're gonna interview you.
All right, so it's Tuesday, May 18th, season 2, episode 6. Today we delve into better version.
Yes.
That's pretty much the topic of our whole podcast.
Yeah.
Topic.
The pusher.
Yeah.
Yes. Forging a better you through simplicity. We want a better you.
But before we get to the main topic of our show today, I'm going to regurgitate the quote from last week. I know you love when I say that. So it's from Anonymous. The strongest people we know are those who win the battles we know nothing about. The strongest people we know are those who win the battles we know nothing about.
Powerful stuff. Powerful.
All right, so break it down.
Let me break it down for you. What that means is these people that win these, they let success speak for themselves. They don't toot their horn. They don't go off and say, look what I did this, blah, blah, blah. Pat me on my back, love me, love me. Next thing you know, something's happened, boo, boo, boo. And this one, a good point of that? Jack Ma.
Yeah.
He did a whole thing. He was turned down. He tried to apply to KFC 3 times. They wouldn't hire him. Tried to go to college. They wouldn't hire him. He came up with
Ellie.
They couldn't. No, they wouldn't let him in college.
Oh, okay.
From the parts of the story I did read, I read just a little bit of it, but the big thing was they're all kicking themselves in the ass because he created Alibaba, and he's a billionaire now.
Yeah.
So that's
interesting. I have to read that.
Look it up there, yeah. And ever since, this was a few years ago when this happened, but that's just been something that you knew nothing. I didn't know who this guy was.
So you're saying the guy won a battle
that nobody knew about.
He won all his battles to get to where he was that no one knew about.
And he went
through all the stories you hear from majority of the celebrities, people who started from nothing and became something.
Yeah.
They moved in silence, per se.
Didn't toot their own horn.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna. You get that? It's a Little Wayne reference.
That like Bologna.
Yeah, Bologna. So yeah, I mean it's one of those important laws of growth, not to put yourself out there, not to show your ups and downs. Even though some people tend to do it, some people that's how they grab traction. Some people benefit from putting their life out there, but usually the CEOs, the people who run their own businesses, they fight these battles that no one sees behind closed doors. I mean,
definitely those. I've worked for several Fortune 500 companies before, and that's where I came to the realization I couldn't be behind a desk. I could not. Yeah, the money was great.
I
but
would never ever be able to do that. Even this is different because I'm conversating. We're talking about interesting things. We're talking about growing wealth and health and
everything.
The other
Just,
things.
yes.
Yeah. So this is not typically sitting.
No, we're not we're not behind a desk.
No, we're
8 hours
creating
a day.
content.
Yes,
and that's what I love. I love creating content.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So
just when he's talking about creating content, this episode we're doing, I'm not 100%, more like maybe about 93. This episode was created 3 months ago, so that's how far ahead we keep. I'm always keeping DJ on his toes. What's this week? It's this. What's this week? It's never. Oh, I don't know, man. I haven't set out. I hear a lot of things where I don't know if some people maybe they do an episode and then they wait like 3 weeks before they send it out.
Well, they're doing editing. We
I hope so.
it.
We do.
People love when I say that. In the podcast support groups, they ask that question often.
Raw
How many
dog.
of you guys edit and how many of you guys don't? I'm like,
We raw dog it.
Right.
There's like 4 or 5 laughing face emojis. I love it.
Yeah. I don't edit, And on top of editing, I'll let you know, this will be our final episode where it's just record and then the anchor. Next week we go live.
Well, we will still be on Anchor. We'll still be on
Yes,
Spotify where we'll be recording it for those.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're still
But
still
we will be
recording.
live on Facebook. Or
is it Facebook we're going live on, or is it YouTube live?
I've got to double check to make sure that neither one of those is going to cost me any money.
I think that we can run
live right through our Facebook group page.
If I can. I mean, so far I haven't run into anything where it
we'll
says.
figure all that out. We'll save that for us to figure out in our downtime.
So let's get to the topic, though.
Better
throw
version.
some shit at me, bro. Not like a monkey.
That's the wrong thing to say to me.
I say that because he's usually got the he's got all the shit written down over there.
I do. I write out right shit.
He gives me food for thought, and I relay my thoughts.
Yeah.
So what we got over there today?
Okay. Better version. What does that mean? A huge push. People hear these words and automatically, and it's always somebody that's complacent or stuck or maybe scared to go, better themselves. Say your friend wants to, you know what? I want to do better. I want to do better. I want to do this. And then the other person will be like, oh, so now you're going to try to be better than me. And that's where people get it wrong. It's not being better than anyone. It's being the best you. That means you out there. Yes, you. And I didn't forget you too.
Well, here's the big truth. People
who are the best have the confidence to want to become the best in the first place. Would you agree?
I would.
Because you got to have that confidence to take that first step.
You got to have that confidence to take that big leap that we're always talking about. Correct? Because if you don't have that confidence, you're going to be stuck. If you're constantly kicking that negative shit in your brain, I'm not going to be this, I'm not going to be that, you're stuck. You're in that fixed mindset.
Out into the,
what you put in, you get out.
No, not to be. We know we don't do racial things. There's a song. I always forget the name of it, and this was a big clincher to this episode.
Okay.
There are some black folk, and there's a lot of Indian folk in it, and it's saying basically from the lyrics that I start listening to. The rest of it, I start moving to the music. I hear the first 2 verses, and the rest of it, I'm just there, man. I'm just there. I'm vibing. And they're told you've got to be number 1. Number 2 is not. It means nothing. Amongst all the adversity that they face.
Yeah.
So they're told growing up, you don't need to be number 1, or that's it. You know. And I'm listening to this song and going, Luda's in it. And he's got a powerful, nice little verse in there too. Oh, it's nice. It's
so
a good.
Is this a new song, a new track, or is this
probably maybe a few months ago, maybe a year. Okay. I don't know. I just stumbled across it. It's got my buddy. Well, he's not my buddy, but Akshay. He's a Bollywood actor.
Oh, okay.
I watch a lot of his stuff. There's a few other. There's a bunch. Russell Peters is in there.
That's cool.
He's in the video too, and it says that they're from when they're young. They're told they've got to be number 1, and I'm looking at going. So they're being their best version right off the bat.
Yeah.
When they're little, they're told you've got to be the best, not better than anybody.
So I got a question.
I've got answers.
Do you think hard work
always pays off to becoming the better you, or is that just a slogan that was picked up through time and everybody's work harder, play harder, hard work always pays off? You always hear that phrase.
I think. I mean, I almost say you've got to put, maybe not harder, but a lot of the times to be successful, to be where you have to put the time in.
You have to show up.
You've got to show up. What's his face? Gates. Was it Bill Gates? Or was it Jobs? One of them, who was one of the computer guys, said when trying to find somebody to do something, they will always pick a lazy person because the lazy person will figure out how to do it so much faster than a regular person because they want to be lazy.
Yeah.
So like boom, and it'll be
Half-ass it.
done. No, not half-ass it. They'll find the easiest, most productive way, as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Because they're lazy. And I thought about this, and I'm like, that makes a lot of sense because they don't want to be working for the whole 9 hours.
Well, here's my thing.
Okay.
I say that hard work doesn't always pay off.
Okay.
I mean, if you work hard towards your goals
Yeah.
to becoming a better you,
It's going to pay off. But for instance, you work a job, you're trying to become the best at this job, but this isn't a job that you love to do. So basically, you don't love what you're doing, and you're becoming the best at what you hate, essentially, if you don't enjoy doing what you're doing. So
This is
all
true.
that hard work you're putting in, you're putting that energy into something that you don't like.
This
So
is true.
you're kind of creating a love-hate relationship with all your hard work.
You're sabotaging yourself.
Exactly. So that's
No.
that's why I asked that, because it was a thought that crossed my mind, and then, I was like, hard work doesn't always pay off because you put all that hard work into something that you don't enjoy.
Exactly.
You're
you're subtracting the energy that you could be putting into something you do.
Another buddy of mine, at least if we were to ever meet and hang out, we would be buddies. Arnold. He did, this was probably several years ago when I saw this, but this pops up into my feed because this is the energy I'm putting out. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want other people to change their views. And he was standing up on there doing an auditorium thing, and he was like, I hate when people say plan B. There is no plan B. Because if you put time and effort into plan B, you take away from plan A.
Yeah.
There's only one plan to succeed at what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Not have, and I know we even teach it to a lot of kids today. Oh, it's go to college. I'm not saying don't go to college. You need college in a lot of things. Yes, you need structure. You need basic skills. Yes, and you need other skills. The higher education was more specific to what, like a certain area that you want to get into. But a lot of kids are told do this as you've got to fall in that. So if you fail at this, at least you have this.
Yeah.
And I can't. Why? No, focus on this.
Focus on your passion, then focus on finance.
No, not even finance.
Well,
It's
usually
just
when
it's
somebody
like
does
plan A,
something,
plan B. So find something that you really are passionate about, but also find something that you could do. You may not be happy, but it'll make you money.
what I was trying to say though is don't lead with your financial goals to become the better you, to become the more successful you. Don't lead with your financial goals, because half the time you're probably gonna cop out and not follow through because you're not reaching that dollar amount that you aimed for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But if you put your your time into and your energy into your passion,
Yeah.
your passion becomes something that you become better and better and better. Basically, becoming a better version of yourself is finding out what your passion is, what makes you tick, what makes you, enjoy your time here on Earth. And the more abundance you have with that, you can use whatever skill you have learned to create the financial comfort, the financial backing, because typically anything that you have a passion in is something that you can make money out of. Money could be made from anything.
I mean, I'm running into more of that what DJ just said every day.
Yeah.
I'm still a lot of things I still try to wrap my head around of what you can make money on.
So you posted this on our podcast group. Your energy is currency. Spend it well and invest it wisely.
I did.
You did. So that's where I'm going with it.
Who the
So
fuck?
the energy that you put into your passion is your currency.
Yes.
Spend it well. I'm not even gonna go into saying, well, that's what I do with DJing, because I say that shit every week.
That's what he does. Meditating.
Well,
He puts it in.
I've actually
Don't do
took
it.
a back seat a little bit on the
Oh, all
meditation,
right.
not because I want to.
Okay.
I'm just, I. It's something that you can continually do. You can pick up where you left off. It's not something
Oh yes. No.
you have to do every day.
I
My
know.
focus lately has been, after I get home from work, focus on the family, focus on the house. You see me. You came
Yeah.
over today. I was painting after getting out of work.
Yeah.
So,
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, I did mostly. I did a lot of. My meditation was usually after when I was training, and my sensei would be like, "Listen, we're just sparring. You got some hostility." I go, "Yeah, but when we're done, It's gone. I'm just in the ring. Unless I was with my sparring with my stepfather, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I mean, respect first.
What movie was that?
Hot Rod.
No. This was real.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
where he fights his stepdad.
Oh, I forget.
Every time he goes to step up to him, he beats him down real quick. And at the end of the movie, he like,
all right, basement now. And they go down there and he just kicks his ass for like 15 minutes.
No,
they go diving through the drywall, all that shit.
Well, I'll do it like this. You remember the first Mortal Kombat, right? With Johnny Cage. Well, the original one, not the new one, the first one.
Yeah.
Remember in the beginning where they dump all the waste? People starving in the world, they waste all that food. And Sub-Zero's fighting at one guy, the one guy that comes out. You remember how fast that fucking dude was? The first one that Sub-Zero fights?
Yeah.
In the beginning, where he's just.
Yeah, I can't really remember who he was.
Watch that first fight scene with Sub-Zero. That's how fast my stepfather was. Put it in a more perspective. For every 14 hits he would get on me, I would probably get like 5 or 6.
So was he really your competition to becoming that version
of yourself or what you were trying to complete?
No.
Or was it yourself?
He wasn't a hindrance, but it was hard to spar him to be better. I mean, I learned a lot. See, that was the thing. I grew up not trying to beat the other person.
Yeah.
Like Bruce said, my thing was just whatever I could learn from that. But I didn't like sparring with him because of the respect, because it's hard for me to fight somebody that I respect too much. Well, it's just my stepfather. I didn't want to break him or hurt him. And he was fast.
Well, I asked because this is a post that I found and I reposted it on our page as well.
Muhammad Ali, I don't think he quoted this, but it says your real competition isn't other people. Your real competition is your procrastination, your ego, your unhealthy food you're consuming, the knowledge you neglect to learn, your lack of discipline, your distractions, your bad habits, your negative behavior that you're nurturing, and your self-doubt.
Did he say that?
I don't think he did. It's
not him. I think some of these quotes, they just use the greats.
Well, I know he said the one about that Ali said he hated training.
Yeah.
He hated it every minute of it.
He told me that.
But he did it because he wanted to be the champ. He wanted to be the
maybe
best.
He said it, maybe he didn't say it.
Okay.
Quite like that.
All right.
But I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Going back to sparring with your
father or your, who was he? Stepdad. He's your father.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We're fathers. Yeah, he's father.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, when you pick up on the competition as yourself and not the world around you,
you start to put the pieces together, and the puzzle starts to come together. The picture becomes a little clearer. So get out of your own way.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said.
Version of yourself. Just get out of your own way.
I think he said. I don't know if it was Ali, but I know there are a bunch of martial arts. Yes, this is turning into a little martial art based. You'd be all right.
They know we love martial arts.
It was the other person isn't the opponent. You're your own opponent, and I used to get a kick out of that when I talked to my the couple of them Seat Masters that I did have, and I watched shows and I'd watch documentaries or interviews with the masters, and all of them pretty much say that. That's not your opponent. Your opponent is you, and this is how I found out you don't laugh when they're talking to you because you'll end up on the floor. But I would get a chuckle because, no, that's the opponent. I'm not fighting myself. I just want to stop him or I want to win.
Well, put it this way. Everybody you always pit yourself against or you think someone's casting negative opinions about you, we all have this falter, this hardwiring that we all have, this negativity that we carry around in our brain. We always think someone's talking crap. We always think someone thinks they're better than us or we're not as good as them, so on and so forth. Just remember you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. You know what I mean? Before any of these outer interferences came along, before any of these people you've met throughout your life, you've had a purpose before that. So blow by those opinions, blow by what you think other people are thinking about you, because what do they live? 30 seconds of your life, or if it's somebody you may be friends with or whatever, they might consume a little bit more time of your life, but you are the one living your life 24/7. So pick yourself up,
Yep.
become that better version of yourself. Find that passion that burns within yourself. Once you find that passion, then you can direct all your energy into that direction. Once you do that, you start to slowly become the better version of yourself.
Look at it also like this. Nobody's going to pay your rent or your mortgage, your car note. No one's going to raise your kids. No one's going to take them to school. That's all you. I mean, or if you know, if you've got a single, I know that we got a lot of single parents out there. Know what you got to do for you. You
Yeah.
got to become. Don't worry about what any. Oh.
Again, you find yourself going to a call center every day for work, and you're like, oh, I hate this. But you're putting all your energy and your time and your effort into it, so you're never gonna be able to try something else that you haven't tried before.
Find what you're passionate about and start doing it as a hobby, just as a hobby on the side, and then
turn it into
turn
from
it
a
into
hobby
something
to
else.
an hour a day, from an hour a day to 2 hours a day. Practicing with the DJing thing, it slowly came. It didn't come to me all at once. No DJ is born a good DJ. You might have a little bit more ability to accept music and beats and things like that, but nobody's born a good DJ. Just like no one's born a racist. These things are taught. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I've seen
So
a lot of those.
the more you practice, I look at it as like this. Why do we say forge? Why do we use forge? Why do we use blacksmiths as kind of forging a better you? How many times do they hit that that sword or that hammer or whatever they're trying to make with that hammer? And how many times does it take to get that thing perfect? Or, nothing's perfect in the world, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, even so, yeah, they beat it. They beat it. Sometimes they learn how not to beat it, and something breaks, they start all
Do
over.
it to the point where you're so annoying. And people are like, "Damn, man, this dude, he's really passionate about that." Let him walk away and talk shit if it bothers him, but you're the one forging your better.
Exactly.
You're the one putting the passion into your passion. So
Okay, so
what else you got over?
a couple whatever months ago, I was reading an article, and I don't remember what magazine this was in, but it was in one of the. I don't know if it was Forbes or if I was reading in a medical thing, but this is 6 Powerful Ways to Be a Better Version of Yourself by Jody Cook. So, Jody, I read the article a month or so ago, or whatever it was. Sorry. Great article. Great, lovely stuff. But here we go. So, oh, man, my writing is terrible. You want your best, have the best time. You have to be the best version of you, consistently at all times of the day. Okay? Would you agree with that? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1. Do less, but better.
Less is better. Less is more.
Yeah, sometimes less is more. 2, smile more. That's a no-brainer.
For some reason, it's so hard for people though, especially with people with what are they, resting bitch face?
Yeah.
Do they ever
smile? And they do, but it's like they're just
like springs.
It's like they're contorted. I don't know. They're having a stroke or something. So, not that bringing fun to people who have got a stroke. Don't get out of your panties in a bunch or whatnot, but just make sure. I'm saying that because I know next week when we go live, that's what people are going to say. Keep a journal, number 3.
It's very important. I can't say that I have done it, but what I've been reading from successful people is they all do it. And then later down the road, when they've endured this long career, or they've endured this passion to becoming the better them, they have a book to write or a story to tell. Here he comes, Matthew McConaughey. Why was his book so great? Because he documented every step of his life. And he went back as he got older. He got older, and he read the things that he wrote 30 years ago. He remembered writing them, but they became more and more clear.
Yeah.
His dreams became reality, per se. There's things where he was having dreams where he was floating in his he actually did that.
Mm-hmm.
He went and he was like, well, I got to figure out why my dream is this way. So you got a story to tell after documenting. I'll tell you what. This week I'll start documenting. I don't know if it's going to be daily.
Okay.
I'll tell you how it goes next week.
I wrote a journal for a month. Well, I went back, I think, this fifth, sixth week because I stopped. I couldn't read any of it. My penmanship is terrible, dude. And I think some of it switched between cursive, when, if some of you still know what cursive is, to printing, and I couldn't. I just couldn't. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think most of it was cursive. I was like, man, this is like I'm talking drunk right here. I mean, everything's slurred. But anyways, number 4, ask better questions.
You're never gonna see those people who tend to believe that they know everything, the jack of all trades. That hey,
Master of none.
I already know that. Before you're even done saying your sentence, they're like, I know, I know, I know, I know, I
Like
know,
18
I
year
know.
olds.
Yeah, I just want an estimate where the guy was like that wanted the work done, and he was like, oh, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, and then I started to explain to him how I was gonna do it. He goes, oh, I know, I know, I know. Well, your wife's hiring me, buddy, so
Your wife didn't want to hire you.
What you know is obviously not good enough.
not to bash people, but you
Okay.
know what I mean.
Number 5, guard what you let in.
Say that again.
Guard what you let in.
Guard what you let in.
So put your guard up.
Well, it's like, oh, see, this is bad. You know what? I should have reread the article. Damn, I should have looked for the article again. I can't remember. It was more or less, all right, so
It's
you're
basically
what
saying
you let
whatever
in,
you
like those, that you let in, people that you let close, you got to be guarded, I think.
or regarding yourself.
Jody, I am sorry. It's just been so long. I just wrote these down. Yeah, but see, I don't like doing where they go, oh, well, what's the perspective? No, there wasn't a perspective. This is what I said. This is what it meant. And I hate when, oh, like this. No.
What's
This
the lady's name?
Jody Cook.
I'm writing that down.
All right. All right. We're going to just jump ahead to number 6. Be honest with yourself.
Really hard for some people.
You ain't lying. They see what other people are doing all around. Oh, I can do that. Oh, no, you've got some things. Yes, we all can do a little bit of everything, but some things we're not meth.
Yeah.
Dude.
When you suck at
Oh my
something, you
God.
suck at it.
I
But
suck
it
at
doesn't
math.
mean you can't become better at it.
This is true.
It's kind of like somebody going to rehab.
Yeah.
The first step is what?
I don't know. I've never done drugs.
Well, I'm sure you've watched enough movies, or they usually say the first
First step
is
is
realizing
drug in.
is realizing that you have a problem, or
Oh,
realizing
yeah.
where I was going with this is
Okay.
realizing that
You do indeed suck at something.
Yeah.
And you want to improve at it.
Yes, you do.
I'm not saying go and look for what
you suck at.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But
Dude,
you know
like
where I'm
3
going.
jokes just went right into my head. It's like, don't say it. Don't say it.
But you know what I'm saying.
I do. I do.
Be honest with yourself.
You have to. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
It's hard because it can tear you down.
You can. Because you think, oh, I can do that. No,
I mean, even with like close relationships with some people, even being with somebody for so long, you realize you do have a fault, and you do recognizing that issue is the first step to bettering yourself.
Yes.
So, I agree with that one.
But you have to. All right. I can't tell you how long it's going to take to be your best version, or your better version, because in actuality and honesty, you're never going to be your best version because there's always going to be something more you want to learn. You're always going to be, all right, I got this. Yes, you can be content, you can be happy, but those of us that remain happy are always learning something new, always, because you just don't want to be just,
Whoa, what was that?
Sorry, I forget. I inhaled cigarette smoke Friday, and I'm allergic to it. If it goes into lungs.
You inhaled it like you smoked it, or somebody else smoked it for you.
They blew the air out, and I just happened to walk by. Just was taking a breath, and I got a lungful.
That's crazy.
And
it's crazy how far that stuff travels.
No, I was standing outside of his car, and I walked behind it.
Gotcha.
So, and it takes about 2 or 3 days, and then it just kind of wells up, and it hits me. It breaks my immune system down. It's like, you're a little bitch. Then
all right, so.
But anyways.
What were you saying about Happy?
Great show. Christopher Maloney. It's amazing. Let me tell you, I just saw season season 2 they were talking. I was like, I have to watch it. Sorry. What were you talking about? Yes, I
You were
know
saying
this was off the cuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, you guys got me stuck now.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I know.
So I just wanted to kind of feed off of that. Something that I read, I want to say it was Confucius or Buddha or someone like that. And you constantly get the people who say, I want to be happy or whatever.
Mhm.
And it said something like, first take the I out, because that's ego or
Mhm.
whatever. And then take a want out, because that's obviously forced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just leave happy. And you become happy. If I find the quote, I'll break it down to
Okay.
you. It made sense though.
Yeah,
It was like
gotcha.
take the I out.
Of the word happier?
I want to be happy or something
Oh,
like
I
that.
want to be.
So basically, it was just saying first take I out,
Mhm.
you know, and then take want, because it's forced.
Yeah.
It's something that you're forcing,
Yeah.
and not just becoming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Why? What do we got? Now, this is all right. This goes to everything as far as your diet, you're working out, you're working towards something, you're training towards something. Okay? Excuse me. Take one task at a time. You can't expect to start one day, okay? Or day one. That's a great code. You can either be one day or day one. I'm a day one kind of guy. I just do it. I just might get stuck or trip, stumble across the way. But the same while I'm doing it, I might be stumbling, but I'm still working. He said, what do we say? One step. Celebrate those little successes.
celebrate every little accolade. If you don't, then what are you doing it for?
I don't know.
You're just climbing the ladder just to do it?
You got to know. See, that's the thing. I recently talked to someone. I've been listening to a lot of things. And because I'm putting it out there, because I've been manifesting, because I'm looking into that area, I see more of it. And you have to take the time to enjoy every time you get to another tier. Because sooner or later you're gonna get to the end, you're gonna be like, well now what do I do? And you're gonna feel empty.
Yeah.
Because you just went boom. To you it's gonna feel you went boom to boom. 2 or 3 years later.
Hey, I'm the smartest guy in the room.
I'm here. No. If you would have taken your time, you would have maybe made new friends.
Well, when you truly study top performers of whatever field, people are performing at the top level, what sets them apart is not their physical skill set; it's how they control their minds to make that physical skill set happen.
Yeah.
It's looking at the physical, whatever they're outputting, the physical, whatever skill they learned. That's not what it is. It's the consistency, the clean mind, the goals, the patting yourself on the back, the climbing the ladder, and embracing climbing the ladder, and things like that. So, it right here, it says here's a simple equation to becoming the best you. The best version of you equals purpose times courage times control times luck times hard work. So I mean, you put forth all those things on top of the hard work, chances are you're gonna succeed.
I like it. So good stuff right there. All right, that's about. We're trying to shorten them out. We're doing good. That's about all the time we have for tonight. For the topic. But we're bringing it back. We got some pod shout outs.
We got some pod shout outs on here. If you don't know what pod shout outs are, every week we give.
I ask podcast support groups. I ask them, hey, we're trying to support people in becoming better versions. So in their journey of helping them become better versions of their podcast or better versions of themselves, we support them.
We do.
We want to put out their product for other people to embrace, for our audience to possibly go ahead and go and find them and listen to them.
Engage. This is the gauge.
So we will start with we are a Fatherstone podcast
that explains phrases we use every day, but never knew the origin of those phrases. We also pay the world famous game show Word or Not Word. I'm not sure what that is, but you can find out by going to podcast.apple.com. Why do we say that on Apple Podcasts? That's a cool It's a cool little one.
How do you say what?
That's the name of it.
Oh,
Why
okay.
do you say that?
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
it's
it's like
catchy.
taking everyday phrases.
Yeah.
Like, why do you say that?
You know, and then they do the research
And
on
they
it.
tell you
They
why
break
it's
it
there.
down, and they tell you where it came from.
Cool.
At least that's what it seems like.
All right, cool.
Second one, I'm a brand new podcast on occult, OCCULT, spirituality,
The
occult,
Yeah, the occult.
spirituality, and history. It's called Your Witchy Big Sister.
Ooh.
You can find that on yourwitchybigsister.buzzsprout.com.
Careful.
Congratulations to her, by the way.
Yeah,
she's a brand new podcast.
nice, awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, round of applause for taking the leap and starting out.
That's right.
All right, next one is called Sean Cooper's Podcast. The podcast on Anchor doesn't really give a description, but hey, Sean Cooper, do your
thing, man.
Do a
You can
good
find
thing,
that on
buddy.
Anchor FM. Again, that's Sean Cooper's Podcast. All right, the next one we got, check this shit out. There's a podcast for film lovers with
Curated theme-based cinema recommendations, exploring the plots, history, and tunes found in a wide range of movies from classic, well-known to forgotten gems. You can find this on CTSOP. Oh, I'm spelling podcast. CTSpodcast.com. Links. Check this shit out. Yeah, that's why we raw dog it, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right. We got
With the
a few
raw.
more here. We're a little short on shout outs this
It's
week.
all right.
We'll get that
This is
back
some
up.
changing, you know. Everybody's now allowed to go outside, so people probably unplugged.
Dude, how happy are you that we finally got a good stretch of nice weather? Been out in the yard.
Nice weather.
Cutting
I'd
trees
prefer the
down,
50s
doing
or
all types of
60s. What
stuff.
are you talking about? But yeah, I'm loving it. I love the nice weather.
All right, cool. Next one, it's all about me getting crazy about things that have upset me or pissed me off that week.
Okay.
I do a comical rant about things people are afraid to speak about.
There you
It's
go.
called Time for Crazy. You can find us at timeforcrazy.fun.
Okay.
And then I think we have one more here. What's going on? My podcast is for people wanting a good time, fun conversation, or real talk. Lots of laughs to be had. Definitely something new. No room for talk on Apple Podcasts. Podcast.apple.com. So those are our pod shout outs for the week. Round of applause to all you guys.
Yeah, no, thanks. Good
We
stuff.
wish you guys nothing but success with your podcast and continue to support the rest of our fellow
That's right.
podcasters out there.
Podcasters.
All right, you got a full house phone or anything this week? You want to get a little talk?
No, you know what? I don't think anything really happened, you know, this way. I mean, it's only Tuesday and that's it happened. Like I said, you know, I look forward to these, which is why I'm looking into, I'm not going to give away one thing that I'm looking into because I don't want anybody else to jump on it first. I'm sorry. I do. I want success for everybody, but I'm not giving away my ideas first. Like I said, you know, we're going live. He knows what I'm talking about. He's just drawing a blank right there because he's forgetting. It's something real big. It's huge. It's huge, Rochester.
I'm letting you go on your rant while I find the next
looking for the
quote. Yeah.
He wants to slap you around. Here's some smart guy said you should live your life about.
Yeah, hit him with the quote.
That's right. Hit him with the quote. But no, you know, I'm excited, you know, about we're going live. It's gonna be. You thought we were raw dogging it before. Oh my God, it's gonna be in your face.
Oh, live raw dog.
Live raw. Oh, woo! It's gonna be exciting. I'm got chills. What do they say?
Live from the Raider Cave.
That's right. They say if it doesn't scare you, then you're not thinking big enough or dreaming big.
I'm not scared. You scared?
Fuck yeah, but I love it. This is great. Well, because this is.
If anything, I'm more scared to have an empty room and nobody be in it. You know, an empty.
You know what? Right at the moment, I don't care.
I'm not scared about it.
I'm not ashamed or embarrassed.
No. I'm not scared about going live, but I want this to become the bread and butter.
Gotcha.
This is what I want because I'm only seasoned. I'll be 45 this year. So
Slightly seasoned.
I'm seasoned. I'm not old. I'm seasoned.
Sea salt,
Yeah, some lemon pepper, maybe a little cayenne.
All right, I got the quote for you.
Here's the quote. Hit him with the quote. Hit him.
Work for
a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not to impress.
Say it one more time.
Say it one more time because I hacked it.
COVID into the mic.
Oh, Jesus.
Work for a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not to impress.
Ooh, I like that one. See, that's more,
It's
that's,
fun, a little rhyme.
yeah, a little rhyme. It's fun. You know, it's not, you want to,
Jumps off the page.
yeah, you don't want to stop and like rethink your whole goddamn life. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah,
Why?
Breakdown of it this week. I gotta save it for next week.
Oh no, I'm saying that's what it does. It jumps off.
Yeah.
The other ones that you know when we went, the other guys, the not
Straight to
everyone.
the point.
No, it's just they all. It seems that the guys back in the day or the girls, whoever was giving philosophy back then, everything was always just made you think like you almost sucked at life. You know?
Well, the crazy thing about early philosophers was there was no internet, there was no telegrams, there was no posting notes that you could send to people.
Parsty nerds.
We're talking people halfway across the world that were coming up with concepts, same ideas, similar ideas.
Yeah.
There was no communication.
True.
Language barriers, everything you could put in between these people.
Yeah. Okay.
Existed.
So that was very fascinating, and as the time moved on, philosophers built off of previous philosophers.
Yeah.
You know, you could go all the Stoic route. There's so much to philosophy.
It's just that now it seems that philosophy has kind of changed to actually motivate and instead of make you stop and pause and like rethink everything. Now it's just like,
isn't it amazing that it took so many years for these philosophies to be taught, to be handed down for now what seems like every other person.
Yeah.
You know, I was sitting in a restaurant the other day and I was eavesdropping and I was listening to these two gentlemen have a conversation. He was like, you want to be better, you got to do this, this, this. It was like, and I said to Andrea, I was like, hey, it sounds like our podcast. You know, as it got in more and more into it, I found out they were religious, so it wasn't really kind of like what we were talking about. They were just trying to be better for God and their whatever belief system they had going there. But yeah, it's crazy how long it took for people to embrace helping others, help lifting others, help.
We've just started. It's not even there's that many people are doing it. It's just blows my mind.
Every other person that I know on Facebook, I shouldn't say every other, but you see all these people opening up little shops, little merch sales, people who are getting fit. They're not just getting fit for themselves. They got fit. Now what do? They're coaching people up. They're selling the products that got them there and so forth. And we do have some interviews coming up with a couple successful people that bettering themselves.
Nice.
Somebody losing a ton of weight.
Okay.
That show's coming up.
Okay.
And you can just see the radiation of good feels coming off of this person.
Nice.
You know, it's just every day she's up and at it. She's putting
good feels radiate.
She's putting the quotes up. She's putting, if you don't do this, you do this.
Yeah.
It's good story.
Okay.
Trying to achieve the better version of themselves. And that's what we're looking to. So if anybody out there has a good story of how they better themselves, hit us in the DM, hit us in the email. What's the email?
I mean, yeah, I was just going to say that too. I know. Listen, engage with us. Choose your destiny 2.0 at gmail.com.
You can also find our Facebook page, Forge 2.0 Podcast.
Yep.
And if you can't find that, you can message us any which way.
Find a YouTube. Go on the YouTube. Look for Forge 2.0. We're on YouTube still.
Algorithms make it a little difficult to find. So if you are having a difficult time finding that, you can look me up right on Facebook. You can friend me. Yeah. My name is Ray Tiano, DJ Tiano, hence DJ Tiano. And friend me, hit me in the DMs, whatever you got to do, and we'll head you in the right direction.
Yeah. Go to Facebook, friend us. Yeah. Friend us, and then engage.
If you are interested in
say hi.
An interviewee,
be known that we are listened to in 8 different countries.
Is it 8? I thought we were at 7.
No, we're at 8. I think we picked up Germany. We picked up Germany, man.
Okay. I thought it was only 7. Now we're in 8 countries. 8 countries.
We have UK, Ireland. Yeah.
Where else? Oh, see, Canada. I know we got Canada. We got us.
Philippines.
Yes.
U.S. And there might be one or two we forget.
India. Oh, that's right. Yes. And what about? I thought
we can get her on. We just got because the time slots
time
are so
difference.
different. So
Yeah, no worries.
where
We're
it's
gonna
like
do
3 o'clock in the
something.
morning over there, it's like freaking 5 in the afternoon here or whatever.
Gotcha.
However that
Gotcha.
works. I don't know the exact
Wouldn't it
time.
be awesome if Joe Coy listened to this podcast?
You know who
Awesome
Joe
if
Coy is?
anybody who's Joe Coy.
Dude,
He's an up and coming comedian. He's been doing it for like 25, 35 something years.
Maybe I've seen him. Maybe I didn't.
he's on Netflix.
He's a bald dude. He's hilarious. He's
I'll
been
check it
on Gabriel Iglesias showing where he's. Have you seen his show?
No.
He's got a Gabriel Iglesias. You know, Fluffy is right.
Yeah. I know Fluffy. I know. I've seen. To be honest, people, I've kind of put TV down for like.
I still watch stuff.
Mhm.
You know, I watch short attention span stuff like
Okay.
sports and wrestling and stuff that I don't really.
The
'cause I'm
comedy.
busy doing my work and just something on in the background. You know what I mean?
I do the martial arts, the kung fu when I'm
from
driving.
anybody because they watch TV.
But- No, not at all. But
Kinda
the
taking a
comedy
backseat.
guys, you can find a lot of them. I find them on the Facebook when I don't know whatever see where it shows the shows or whatever the little clips on
Yeah.
whatever it is on Facebook where you can go and
the
you can
little
see the
videos.
clips.
Yeah.
I find them a lot there, and then I'm like, oh, I want to watch this. He's hilarious. Good
Alright,
stuff.
well,
Yeah.
we were cutting our show down.
Yeah, there we go. See? Freaking guy.
46 minutes. It's got to be one of the lowest durations of time that we.
No,
put out.
33 minutes.
Oh, did we have an interview that week, or was it just?
Or was that bullying?
No, yeah.
Because
The bullying was 33, and the interview
Bullying.
was 37. Yeah.
You got anything to add? Don't fucking do it.
don't fucking do it.
Peace.
That's it. See, yeah, it's done.
All right, guys, that's this week's show. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself.
Remember, engage. Choose your destiny 2.0 at gmail.com. Love us. Engage with us. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going on, and I'm going to start calling people out on Facebook.
Share our page.
Yeah, share
invite
it.
People,
Yeah.
You know, we're just putting out good messages, man. There's nothing more to it.
Good positivity.
All right, well, the kids and dogs are going crazy up there, so it's
All
time to
right.
go.
We'll
Peace.
see you later. Have a good one. Bye.